Today we are talking about the history of the Junction.
I won't live until I die, and I worked hard for my whole life. Lord, I know.
The area we now refer to as the Junction in Toronto's West End has seen an exorbitant level of change over the past century and a half. What is now a thriving and eclectic neighborhood of breweries, coffee shops, and artsy locales was until recently a very different place. Today we refer to the Junction as the area in the West End north of Annette, south of St. Clair, between Runnymede and the CN Railway on the east. Historically, the Junction was much larger. When the city of West Toronto, also known as the Junction, was annexed by the city of Toronto in 1909, the boundaries went past St. Clair, westward to Jane, and down to Bloor. The area was a manufacturing hub full of mills, factories, furniture assemblies, and of course, stockyards. Now, meatpacking played a huge role in the Junction's history. The area we now shop in, called the stockyards, were, in fact, stockyards. The name Junction refers to the four major railways junctioning in the spot. Railways and factories were abundant, but with that came some fairly standard issues, namely drunken men, prostitution, and vagrancy. The Junction had boomed in the 1880s and early 90s, but the recession of the 1890s hit the area hard. Factories closed, jobs were lost, poverty was rampant. The debauchery associated with the taverns and pubs in the neighborhood finally got too much. And in 1904, Bill Temple and allies pushed for and implemented prohibition in the neighborhood. In fact, it would be close to 100 years before anyone could legally pour a drink in the area. Now, arguably, the prohibition worked and benefited some people. But by the 1990s, the restaurant industry and most people in the Junction believed that it needed to end.
Now, many of the restaurants in the neighborhood petitioned to stop the prohibition, including Vesuvio's.
Most people associate prohibition with the early 1900s. The Junction and numerous other Toronto neighborhoods were far more prolific and banned booze for decades. The first legal drink to happen in the Junction wasn't until the year 2000. The neighborhood has morphed over the past decade, many would say for the better, but as is the case with Parkdale and other spots, still with some gritty charm.
I won't live until I die, and I worked hard for my whole life. Lord, I know how hard I tried. I won't live till I die. Oh, this morning